And I'm Dylan Black. Okay, so what is the kitchen table forecast all about? Joining us right now again on the program, we say hello to Kelley Keehn, the personal finance educator and consumer advocate for the Financial Planning Standards Council. Hello, Kelley.
Hello, Dylan.
It's good to have you here.
Always great to be with you.
Well, you know, tax season is always a fun time, isn't it?
Some would say that, maybe just the accountants out there.
Yeah, true. Top of mind for so many right now, just making sure people have their finances intact, in order. Now, you've done an economic poll, and it's called the Kitchen Table Forecast. So what is that all about?
Yeah, the Financial Planning Standards Council and Credit Canada, so these are two nonprofit organizations in Canada that we often partner to see really what's on the hearts and minds of Canadians. And we wanted to know how they were feeling about this year. And 2/3 said that they had some financial concern, actually not totally surprising. And what was concerning them were things that they might be talking around a kitchen table, like how do they even afford the increasing costs, and do they go into debt for it? Their debt, and then rising interest rates throughout 2019, if and when those things happen. So, you know, a lot going on there, and just so many reports over the last number of months of how many people are struggling just to pay their bills. So, yeah, a lot of worry there.
Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. Cash.
Yeah.
You know, people need cash to survive. Now, who's most worried? What age brackets are you looking at here?
Yeah, the younger folks were the most worried, under 50, certainly. I mean, coming out with more student loan debt, you know, it's almost an expectation that you're going to have a degree today, but it doesn't necessarily translate into the job that a lot of people are hoping for. They're seeing record housing prices. It certainly is most difficult for those, but certainly over 50 as well, dealing with low interest rates. Like, we would be having a very different conversation if it were 30 years ago, right? Because number one rule of economics, incentives drive the market. And the incentive right now, are with low interest rates, still relatively low, is to buy, to spend, to consume. If it were 30 years ago and it was double-digit interest rates, as a lot of your viewers would remember, the incentive was to save, not to spend, was to get the mortgage paid off and everything else. So it's always such a treat to be on shows like yours, to be talking about just because interest rates still are low, they creeped up in 2017, and you need to and 2018, and who knows what's going to happen this year. So you need to be looking at your debt as well to figure out how you're going to get that paid off. Okay,
so 4 people out of 10, now we're talking 40% of the population is worried about the economy in 2019. They think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, absolutely. So this really underscores knowing your situation. Like, how are you feeling about your job? How are you feeling about your industry or your spouse? And really looking at your situation and how much of a cushion that you need if something were to happen. I think that's a great signal for people to have the conversation. Certainly tax time is a time that you're looking at everything. More so if you're self-employed than not. I think sometimes there's a benefit to being self-employed because you're forced to kind of go through all of your expenses. I wish more people would do that. I know that budgets really don't work for a lot of people, but tracking your finances is so important.
Okay, so is that one of the ways you can sort of recession-proof your life?
Yeah.
Track your finances?
Yeah, Dylan, the simplest thing, definitely that. I would love if your viewers would consider doing a net worth statement. This is a really simple exercise that a lot of people do not do. All you want to do is consider everything that you owe and everything that you own. Now, that sounds super simple, but as you're going through all of that, you want to start to be a little bit of a detective and dig into what you owe. What are the interest rates that you're paying? Do you have a variable mortgage or not? And then when you look at what you own, you want to also dig into that. What kind of fees are you paying for your investments? Do you have benefits at work that you are not taking advantage of? So many people are leaving money on the table at work. So as you prepare that net worth statement, that can be really helpful to give yourself a picture of your financial life.
Okay, very quickly, about 30 seconds left here. Can you tell us how Credit Canada can help out?
Yeah, absolutely. So Credit Canada is a nonprofit credit counseling organization. Certainly if debt is your issue, those folks are going to take the shame, the taboo away. It's free to see them initially. They have lots of great calculators and tools on their website. That's definitely if you need help in the debt side. If maybe you have something, maybe a certified financial planner is the right pro for you too. So.
All right, Kelley Keehn, thank you very much. Keeping our finances in check, in order. We appreciate your time as always.
Always a pleasure.
Always so much fun. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.